Gobble. Brought to you by the ex-New Yorker, Dean's channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification, leave a comment. And Richie will reply one day.
I will reply every time you leave a comment.
As well as myself, Eric, the Biker's Realtor, residential commercial investment properties here in South Florida, 561-507-1454. I'm here for all your real estate needs. And
rock on.
That's it, buddy.
Hey,
So what's going on, guys?
Wasn't he supposed to put that music on for the
Yeah,
whole thing?
we've been only asking for the last month.
Yeah, it's I'll get to it.
You'll get to it
day.
one of these
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
Christmas
sure.
is coming.
Right.
I tried.
It'll be our Christmas
I
present.
started making a new accessory talk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I told AI to actually use a wrench. And
Oh, can't wait to see that one. Let's see what it fixes now.
well, it's not uploaded yet.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
so I did a good deed today.
Oh, what'd you do?
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I actually helped two people change their flat tire.
Wow.
I
Huge.
was going to say Christmas Eve on Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yes,
I
my
did
good deed for the year.
And you didn't
I-
throw your back out or nothing?
No,
Surprisingly.
but I tell you, those bolts were a bitch.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
were-
was it an old car?
It was a Ford Explorer. It was
Yeah.
kind of newer, but it was like damaged, and they had a total blowout. So I passed them on the road, and I see the girl sitting in front of the tire with the cross wrench. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
I guess
Crossbar.
crossbar. And
Looking confused? Like,
yeah,
what do I do with this?
confused
Yeah.
and stripping the nuts.
Oh. I hate when they strip the nuts.
yeah.
Okay. You got that right.
Yeah. So I made a U-turn to come back because I felt bad, and I was like, they would have still been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was very tough to get those bolts off. I don't know what the hell put them on, but
these guns.
these guns here, like
Those guns.
Oh, how impressive that is, huh?
What are you going to put it near my head for?
these guns cracked them. It was tough, man. I couldn't believe it. And they had a donut. I put the donut on. And they were like,
sent them on their merry way.
They like,
have icing on the donut?
how much do we owe you?
200.
I said, Happy Thanksgiving.
That was
They
nice,
said,
man.
God bless you. And I said, I didn't sneeze. And, yeah. So, yeah.
That was nice of you.
Yeah, that was really nice.
So I felt good. I was
That's
able
all
to
that
help
matters.
them
You
out.
help someone out.
That's
Everybody
good.
needs
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Next time I get a flat, I know who to call.
Right?
I'm passing you, buddy. You know how to change a flat. I'm sure you got one of
but I
those
don't
cans.
have those guns.
Yeah, you don't need them.
that
You got one of
have.
those cans that blow it up inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sure, you don't care. I know.
You got to carry around one of those battery operated drills.
They
Just
don't.
zip,
yeah,
zip
yeah.
them up. Yeah, they work.
No, not on a bolt like that.
Oh, it's vibration, man. You got to get it free.
You need a jack hand,
Yeah, that's what it
Jack
does.
handle.
Yeah.
hammer.
I got one in the garage, but it needs a compressor.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we took a bike ride the other day for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to the
Amsoil.
convention center.
Yeah. So we got someone in the lobby. We went to the
we have a
conven-
guest today.
All right. So should we
Bring the
bring him
guest
on,
on.
Richie?
All right, let me introduce the guest. The guest is someone that has traveled all over every event, every major event that's been around. And he is Amsoil Adam. And I know you guys know him because he is the main person that goes out there and changes oils for everybody in all these big events.
There he
So,
is.
There he is.
Amsoil Adam.
There he is.
What's up, guys? How are you?
What's going on?
What's going on?
He looks a little like Grizzly Adam. From the last time I saw you.
A lot of people don't know who Grizzly Adams is.
Yeah.
I do. I
back.
loved that show when I was a kid.
Me too.
Yeah, well,
Me
we
too,
know
brother.
who it was, but these younger generations don't know.
Yeah, so I was just introducing you. And he's also one of the main distributors for Love Jugs, which I love. And he displays a bike. I think it's his second or third bike that he's had out there in front of his I don't want to say tent. This thing is more of like a shop itself. His trailer that runs all day. And in the heat of Daytona and cold and wherever he is, he runs it all day. And to show that these Love Jugs work.
What are the Love Jugs?
I believe, wait a second, I got to ask him this. I believe that you mentioned, what was the miles on the last one that you had before you put this new bike up?
All right, so I do have to make a little correction there. This is not the third motorcycle. One motorcycle. Never been into the engine. We've been doing this experiment with this motorcycle for 9 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, and every rally when we open, we turn it on and we let it sit there and idle and we shut it off when the day ends. And up until I bought the new motorcycle last year, that was the same motorcycle that I did our cross-country trips on. It was my daily driver when we were at the rally. So there's nothing special about the motorcycle to make it do this test other than we run nothing but Amsoil in it and we put the Love Jugs on it. And between those two items, man, it really protects it. So as of right now, there's like 37,000 miles on the motorcycle, which I know isn't a lot for a 2004. But when you add up the hours of idle time and convert that into mileage, it's well over 500,000 miles worth of actual engine runtime.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Adam, explain what these Love Jugs are for people that don't know what they are.
Well, I like to describe them as highly engineered common sense, right? So what we're doing is we're just taking air and we're throwing it at an air-cooled motor. So Love Jugs is
they're fans.
It's a fan system, right?
Yes.
And as simple as that sounds, it is actually highly engineered. I mean, we spent like 4,000 hours of testing to figure out what velocity, where to position them, how to make them work. We tried all kinds of different configurations. And the product that we sell now is what works the best.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen because I have the Love Jugs website up.
Okay.
So I could show that. Okay, let's see what we got here. There
you go.
So it's a cooling system.
Yep.
Okay. What's the different models you have? And
it really comes down to style. So if you look here, right, what's on screen right now, the one that's on the top right, what says Bullets design, the bullet design and the slot design was the original product created, probably 12 years ago now, I want to say. It was like 2008, 2009 when Dave Sandell brought those to market. And then you'll see you got the Cool Master design, which is basically like generation 2. So those came out about 2015, and they are 15% smaller than the original series, but they're actually 10% more powerful.
Wow.
And then moving down to the Mighty Mite series that you've got kind of center screen right now, that was something we came out with back in about 2019, early 2020. It was 19 because I remember it was before COVID. And basically we created them just to be smaller, lighter, and cheaper than like our Cadillac version. And those are basically the three models we have. And if you scroll down just a little bit more, you'll see that those look similar but different. These are still considered Mighty Mites, but we just call them the Softails because in 2018, when Harley Davidson came out with a new Softail with the Milwaukee 8 engine in it, they put the ignition coil on the left instead of the right. So even though these are the same fan units as the Mighty Mite, they're just configured different to work with the ignition coil rather than the horn that's been on Harleys for the last 30 years or so.
Right.
Now, do these work just on Harleys, or you could get them for like Indians?
We do
as well.
manufacture the Cool Master version for the Indian motorcycle as well. And even though we don't manufacture them for other motorcycles, I've actually retrofitted and made them work on some Suzukis, I believe a Kawasaki once, a couple Yamahas. And when you go online, you can find a lot of people that have taken them and hooked them up to Moto Guzzi's and BMWs and other air-cooled twin-cylinder engines. They just had to modify them to make them work. But the concept is all still the same.
Right. Yeah, I used to have them on my old dresser, and they worked really good on mine. Richie's got them.
So I have them. I've had them since I have a 19 Road Glide Special. I've had them on since late 19, early 20. So I was kind of like one of the first ones that once I saw them, I saw the big ones. I didn't want the big ones. I like more streamlined. And when I saw the small ones, I said, that's me. And I had purchased them. And I actually, and we just posted it yesterday. I actually put a new fan on one of them. And I had the 5-year warranty. It was a no-brainer. It was only $50 at the time. So I still have about maybe another year or so left. And Tony, Tony, the representative down here in Florida, I know him pretty well. He's been over my house to help me with the Love Jugs. This was the second fan that went. Listen, I run my fans like you do. Every time I'm out, whatever the temperature is, even now it's gotten cooler. I constantly run the fans. I actually run the fans when it's raining and we're riding in the rain. I run the fans. So I was told by Tony and run the fans. That's what they're made for. So obviously something might have happened and one went and I got a replacement and Tony came and did it. So I had just gotten a new one. I got it in the mail, and I didn't want to bother Tony again. He kept telling me, it's simple, Richie, and I'm mechanically inclined. I've done a little, I tinkered a little with bikes through the years, and it was simple, I took it off. It really is. I turned it around, and I noticed the ring clip, the C-clip, that whole clip, pull the clip off, ding, bop, bing, everything came out, and everything went back in, and it was nice. So actually, we posted it because there is nothing, Adam. There's nothing online. There's some online because actually, when I put mine on, we actually posted mine too when I installed it. My install back then, but there's nothing online how to replace that, and it's not like you can go to a shop or anything. And if you're not around at an event where they can go to and say, here, I need to put this on. So we posted it, and I sent it to Tony to send it to Michelle. And I think Michelle is starting a new program on a website or a new, doing a new thing, new face on it. So hopefully, if she'd like, she can use both our install and how to replace it, because it's interesting for people to know that.
Definitely.
Yeah, because there's nothing on it, nothing at all.
Yeah, so, I've got an entire playlist on my YouTube channel called Love Jugs Tech, and it's just all about how to choose the right Love Jugs for your bike, how to get the right wire harness adapter, how to install the frame mount kit. And the truth is, there's a bunch of other videos that I want to make for it, but the list is long, and I just haven't got around to making all the videos.
Well, you're busy. You're busy, brother.
And then once we do, a lot of those will get shared on the website as well.
Richie could send you this video that we have
of the
that we posted
of the fan. So you could actually, if you want, to use that.
Just throw it on your, share it on your website,
it'd be a good idea.
YouTube channel. Whatever.
So the reason I like doing that is because, Love Jugs aren't complicated by any means. We designed them that anybody that's relatively competent, has a couple hand tools, can put them on. Yeah. But over the years, I have installed more Love Jugs than anybody else in the world. So I've learned a few tricks. What I tell people is I know which direction to hang my tongue out of my mouth when I'm trying to line things up. You know what I mean? And so when I make the videos, I try to share the little tricks that I've learned, the right tool and what makes it easier to do because I've got this particular tool at hand type thing, and
Yeah,
so it
yeah.
just makes things easier.
Yeah. Well, when I spoke to you back in the day, it was a couple of years ago when we did a video with you, and Tony was there in Daytona, if you remember,
Yeah.
if you look back. And you gave me the same thing. You told me that you had some things in your pocket that you knew of, some tricks. And one of the tricks that you shared with me was getting the rubber grommet off and replacing the rubber grommet.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people used to tear the rubber grommet apart trying to get it off.
Yeah.
And I took your advice with the vice grip, and it worked. I was able to get it off without tearing it all up, and replacing it with the new one. So yeah, there's a lot to know about certain things.
Definitely.
So also you are one of the top, I guess, ambassadors to Amsoil, and leading sales rep or distributor, let's say.
Well, I am an independent Amsoil distributor. I don't know if I'm one of their leading sales reps or not. Amsoil's got a very unique business structure, right? So their entire marketing plan relies on a dealer network, such as myself and my wife, and other dealers like us. And so we're technically not employees of Amsoil. We're not affiliated legally as an employee, but we're an authorized distributor. And there are dealers out there that sell way more product than I do. But I do think that I am probably unconfirmed one of the leaders in the 2050 market as far as the motorcycle oils go.
Yeah,
because
I
of what
believe
we
so
do for a living, we move a lot of the 2050 motorcycle oil.
Absolutely, because I see you in Daytona twice a year, and I know you do maybe a half a dozen more big events. You just came from Texas, I think was your last one. You told me, right? So, and I know what you're doing. You're changing oils all day. You got this big, tremendous tractor, that, you set up as a shop. It's gorgeous. And you got an area in the back where all you're doing is pushing in up bikes, doing 3 oils, regular, three whole oil changes. Everybody knows what that is. Or just regular oil changes. And I can't tell you how big the banner, it goes across this 52-foot trailer, Amsoil, it's tremendous. So you can't miss them when you're out there. You need to stop and see him and get your oil changed. The Amsoil oil has been so popular that the dealerships down here, the Harley dealerships, actually offer Amsoil oil. And years ago, they never did that. And it was against the rule of Harley Davidson, anything other than a Harley Davidson product to sell. And now they're pushing Amsoil out like crazy. They actually started their own oil that's a 50-50, a 20-50-50. This is what they call it now. It's the old type of oil, but it's revived and it's supposed to be equivalent. I think they're trying to be equivalent to Oilzoom. So that's how I'm an Oilzoom guy from way back when. I've been riding a lot of years. I put a lot of miles on. My last one was 125,000 miles, and that's all I used was Oilzoom. And I believe in that oil. I think that oil is really good. Yeah, Amsoil. And that's what I said, isn't it?
You said Oilzoom.
Oh, Amsoil. Did I say Oilzoom?
Yeah.
You said it twice.
Yeah. Why didn't you correct me?
I didn't know what Oilzoom was.
I didn't want you to hit me.
Maybe you got some other oil in there. I don't know.
So, Adam, I got a question.
Okay.
Do the Love Jugs cater to new bikes?
That was going to be my question.
So when you say new, are you talking about the new body style, the 23.5 and everything?
Yes.
Yes.
So as of right now, to the best of my knowledge, my 24 Road Glide is the only one in the world that has Love Jugs on it, and that's because I'm doing R&D, I'm doing testing.
Okay.
At the moment, what I've done is I've taken that model design for the Softail unit because it works with that ignition coil, and I had to modify it and the bracket extensively and make it work on the motorcycle. It isn't a direct bolt on. And the testing is still going underway, but here's the thing, that new center cool cooling system is working much better than like the twin cool system did on the Rushmore projects. So whether they're absolutely necessary or not on the new bikes is still undetermined. I've still got a lot more testing to do. We're taking, thermal imaging plus measuring the outputs on the sensors that are on the motorcycle, which I believe are lying to us, right? Harley doesn't really want you to know how hot the bike is actually running. So
Right.
they've kind of programmed it to tell you something different than what thermal cameras and actual temperature sensors are telling me outside of the Harley Davidson system. But I will say this, I've only got about 7,000 miles on my new bike. But this year we took it out to, Wyoming and did all these desert rides and stuff with it. And I've never had a situation where it has overheated yet, except a couple of times when my cooling system was failing. I had a bad connection in the cooling system, which was causing it to not activate, and then it would overheat. But as soon as it would kick in and work, then it would immediately drop the temperature right back down. So Harley's making headway with their liquid cooling. It's way better than it used to be. I can at least say that.
Right. I got the 23.5 CVO, and I mean, I start my bike up. I can't even get down the block and stop. Well, when I stop, not going very far, my cylinder's shutting off already. That ETIMS, is it EITMS? Yeah, that thing kicks in right away. Yeah, kicks right in.
Well, I always tell all of my customers, deactivate that system. That is the
I always
worst.
forget. It's like because you got to throttle it up and
Yeah, but you just do it once and then it stays that way. You don't have to do it every time you get on the bike. Do it the one time.
Okay, yeah, I never messed with it. So.
And then it's inactive. The problem is that is actually terrible for your engine. A lot of people think it's there to save the engine, and it's not. It's there for rider comfort and rider comfort only. If you ask any engine builder if it's okay to take power away from one cylinder on a 2-cylinder engine, they'll tell you absolutely not.
No, because it knocks the balance off on the crank too.
Yeah, well, not only that, but I use this analogy. Say you and a friend are trying to load a refrigerator in the back of a pickup truck, and all of a sudden your friend just decides he doesn't want to help anymore and he lets go. Well, you're left holding the refrigerator by yourself.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's happening inside the engine. What they do is they turn off the fuel and they turn off the spark, but the piston is still going up and down.
Yeah, exactly.
The valves are still opening and closing, and what it's doing is it's still drawing a fresh air charge in, and then it's pumping it through the engine and it's pushing it out. So it effectively cools that rear cylinder, and that helps you feel more comfortable as the rider, so you don't feel that heat on your leg. But the front cylinder isn't getting any assistance at all. In fact, now it's carrying the entire load of that engine all by itself, and it severely overheats. Plus, it is out of balance. And if it wasn't for a roller bearing bottom end that the Harley Davidson has, if it had a plain bearing bottom end, like a small block Chevy or any Ford pickup truck or Honda car or whatever, it would destroy itself instantly. The roller bearing is the only thing that makes it even last, but it's still not good for it. So I disable it on all of my customers' motorcycles.
Right.
So what is that, like an eco mode?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to keep it cooler, but I tell you what, man, it doesn't matter because my leg still burns either way. It's just hot is hot. We were in Daytona, it was burning.
Yeah.
And it's annoying because the bike starts, it's the whole bike is vibrating.
So is there a technique to shut it off?
Yeah, you got to roll the throttle forward.
Okay.
And it goes, it turns it off.
Is there an indicator that?
Yeah, it comes on. You'll feel it. It flashes with the EITMS that it's active, and the bike starts rumbling anyway. You can't miss it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear the bike.
So
with
on your bike, if you want to disable that, what you do is you turn on your motorcycle, but don't start it. Just turn the system on.
Right.
And at that point, grab your throttle and roll it forward with the engine not running, and you'll see your cruise control light up. And if it lights up green, that means it's on. If it lights up amber, that means you've deactivated the system. Then
that's going to stay off.
Motorcycle, and it'll stay off. And I think it'll stay off permanently. Now, I've had to do mine twice, but I had to pull my main fuse out to do another project. So I think when I pulled the main fuse out and completely shut the whole system down,
defaulted back.
Then it defaulted back. But other than that, it stayed in that non-active mode.
Well, I'll try it. Yeah, because that
'cause
drives me
I
nuts.
hate the way it runs like that. It's
Yeah,
just
and I
terrible.
always forget. I just get on the bike and go, and it's like then it kicks right. I'm like, well, the bike 5 minutes. This thing's
Yeah.
kicking on.
Yeah,
it's
and
just,
you're not
it's-
even overheating. So what's happening there is the computer has been programmed that if it sees a certain ambient temperature, a certain engine temperature, that there's a bunch of factors they're there, and if it meets like 2 of the 3 criteria, it automatically goes into that mode. So if it's an 85 or 90-degree day, it's going to kick on immediately, even if the engine's not overheating.
You're right.
And it's because
That's
it's
what
been
it does.
programmed to. The
Yeah.
early versions, it had to be at a certain engine temperature as well,
Yeah.
and a bunch of other factors, but they've changed it.
Yeah. I remember my 23 ST didn't do it right away.
Yeah.
And it wasn't water cooled either. So
Yep.
and I didn't mind that because it never really came on.
Yeah.
But this one's just constantly.
You had that with the 23 ST
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
started-
have it. I have it on
You
mine
should have it
too,
on
my
yours, yeah.
19, and you have it on yours. But I disconnected. I just disconnected it. You just shut it off, and once you shut it off, like he says, it never comes back on again.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
like going into the screen,
no.
the entertainment screen, and checking off. You want that.
Well, you got a 131 vibrates enough.
Yeah.
You didn't even notice it.
Yeah, they started with the EITMS system in 2009. So a lot of motorcycles, especially the touring models up 2009, have that system that you can
Yeah.
either activate or deactivate.
So to shut it off on my 2020, I would have to go into the.
But it's off already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
should be.
did it. When they built that motor, they shut that off because now you're running a 131. They're not letting that motor do that
Okay.
because it's never happened. You've never
Yeah,
experienced
you would have seen
that.
it eventually.
You've never
Yeah.
experienced that.
No.
You've been riding with us.
You would have had
years.
something flash on your
Yeah, it would
on your
flash
gauges.
and
Yeah.
go up, and the motor would be rocking. You'd hear one lung. Boop, boop, boop. It's like ridiculous. So you wouldn't want that.
But so you're definitely working on another one for the newer bikes. Because
Yes, I've got-
that mount in the middle is going to be a problem.
I wouldn't say a problem. No, it's just at the same time, I don't want to just kind of regurgitate a model that we already have. Now, if it's
Right.
something temporary, it'd be great. But what I really want to do is come out with a new version. So I'm playing with different stuff. I've actually just recently invested in a 3D printer, and I want to come out with a new design. I mean, it's been years since we've come out with a new design, and it's just time. For companies
cool.
to continue, you've got to evolve. You can't just keep selling the same thing
Right,
over and over
Yeah,
again.
absolutely.
So-
Yeah.
So now that with this new platform, it's an opportunity for me to create something completely different.
Oh, awesome. Sounds good. I look
Yeah.
forward to it.
Now, these Love Jugs, do they clear? Now, let's clarify this too, because they'll be asking, do they cool the head or do they cool the barrel?
A little bit of both. Now we focus them on the combustion chamber of the head, but if you look on, like, say, a twin cam in a Milwaukee 8, where the fans actually line up is right about the gasket surface where the cylinder head meets the cylinder. So
That's
you're getting
right.
a little bit of shared cooling, but we put a majority of the focus at the head because the head is always hotter than the cylinder. The combustion chamber is going to be the hot spot in the exhaust valve port, right? So that's where we focus the airflow, because if you keep that spot cooler, then the heat doesn't transfer to the rest of the engine as quickly.
Right.
I mean,
And
cooling the cool spot doesn't really do you any good. You want to, and that's the problem with some of the competitors out there. Like, I hate to throw names out there, but take a Jim's fan, right?
yes, I know.
It's got one small fan. It's right in the middle, and it actually blows between the cylinders.
Yes.
Well,
Right, yeah, I've
between the
seen that.
cylinders is the intake port. It's where it's already getting a fresh air charge every combustion stroke, right?
Yeah.
So it's already blowing air at the coldest part of the engine. It's just less effective. Of course, it's way less volume and everything as well. And I think they're ugly, to be honest. But
And not to ride on that, it also burns your right side leg because
Yeah.
it's finding its way in the middle of the
Yep.
cylinder, bringing whatever heat that it's bringing.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, why is my leg cooking?
No, I wondered
know.
why I got welts.
Get rid of that fan.
But that's true. That's true. And like the heads that you set on these newer bikes, the exhaust ports are where the lubricant is going. The coolant is running. If you ever saw a breakdown on these new bikes, on
Yeah.
these new motors, the exhaust ports are getting the coolant. All right.
Yes.
That's where it's really happening. So it would be even better, more beneficial that we can do those Love Jugs closer to the barrels where it cools the firing of the barrel itself too. you know, because the compression, and then when it fires, those barrels get hot.
Yeah. But
So
not like the combustion chamber the cylinder head does, though.
No, huh?
Not even close.
Okay.
Exhaust
All
gas
right.
temperatures are the hottest part of the engine.
Yes, and that's where it's
Yep.
traveling out of.
Yep.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Yes. So that's the new thing, right? The new thing
Yep.
is the Love Jugs may be coming out with the 23 and a halves and up.
Yep.
That's what you have, a 23 and a half, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Until Harley changes something out.
Wow.
I love him.
And then you catch
I
up.
love him.
Well,
Yeah.
chances are they'll keep this platform for at least 10 years or so. I mean,
Yeah, they
look,
should.
We hope.
I mean, look, they kept the Rushmore platform for 10 years. And then even before that, I mean, you look at the twin cam, how long was it in production for? So yeah,
the
it's
Evo engine,
Evo,
everything.
before
It
that,
seems like every 10 years.
the
they look to
Evo was
change.
probably one of the longest, but
Everything involved.
yeah,
Yep.
everything involves. And the next motor is going to be that. I don't even want to tell you what that next.
well,
motor is
Evo
gonna
was
be.
84 to like 98, and then
Yeah.
some years in 98 they switched to the twin cam, and they ran all the way
Right.
up till 17 in the soft tails, but only through 16 in the touring models. So
That's right. Yes.
yeah, so
yes.
yeah,
They,
good 15, 16 years.
yeah, they started it off with different bikes just to see how the public was going to take to it, and
Yeah.
let's just get a few of them out. Plus, they had a surplus of these old motors, so they had to get them out. So they just kept that motors going.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So now, now we got the new motor, and it's basically the same thing. It's a four valve head, only it's water cooled now, which is nice.
I love my engine. I love that engine.
Well, they've had it water cooled since the Milwaukee 8 came out in 2017. The generation 2 that they just came out with for the 23 and a halves and newer is got a completely different head design on it. Yes, it's still 4 valve, but everything internally on that head has changed. The throttle body has completely changed, and that's why it makes so much more power per cubic inch than the earlier motor did. If you take the 117 that you had in your 2023 ST and compare it to the 117 that comes in a base model 2024 motorcycle, it makes considerably more power in the newer bike. And it's
that's what I heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
It just flows a lot better. And remember, cylinder heads is where power is made.
Yeah.
You got to get the air in, get the air out. That's where you make horsepower. And they really modified the heads. They looked at what people were doing in the aftermarket. The guys are actually out there going and porting and polishing their heads and redoing things. Harley said, well, let's take a closer look at what they're doing. Found a way to make it reliable, found that compromise, and they instituted it, and it's been making a big difference. That new soft tail, the Lowrider ST with the 117 HO, that thing's a little rocket ship.
Yeah.
For a Harley, right? I mean, it's not going to be with a Hayabusa, but it's, for a Harley, that thing gets up and moves.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I like that bike.
That's a nice bike.
Yeah, you're talking about.
And if I was comfortable on it, I'd have one. They're just
Right.
physically too small for
I
me.
know.
You know what, man? I said we go to the shows and we go to Harley, and riding a bagger now it's 800 pounds, right? And you get on a soft tail again, it's like I don't know if I could ride this anymore.
It feels like a moped.
Yeah, I mean it's like being on a Sportster again. When I first got my Sportster, it was for my first Harley. I was a skinny guy. I mean, I got on, I was like, I'll take this thing forever. I didn't think about it. Now I get on one, I'm like, oh man, this is like a toy.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
I grew up on road race machines, and I can't ride them for very long anymore. Just now that I'm big and I'm old and I got arthritis, I just can't stay comfortable on one.
Yeah.
So I go out and have some fun on one for a very short period of time.
Right.
But yeah, and that's why I'm trying to build my performance bagger to be able to do what my sport bikes used to be able to do.
Right. In a more comfortable position.
Yeah,
Definitely.
right.
Definitely.
You got the power, and now they're running the forks, and the shocks are higher because they want to compete. Well, not compete, but they want to be like the bagger races.
Yep.
Everybody's building their bikes that way. I went the other way. I lowered the bike an inch front and back.
God, his bike, my knees hit me in the head, man.
I got, I'm totally different, but I'm only 5'7". I can't get on them bikes and I don't like standing at a light with my toes up or trying to push the bike with my toes, So I can't do that. That's what. But all these bikes today now, everybody's making them taller. You can't get a shock that's 12 or 11 inches. They're all 13 and up. You can get a 14-inch shock even.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking about high-end shocks. but
Yep.
this is what it's all about, you know.
Yeah, and for
They forgot
handling, you need that ground clearance.
Yes.
you know, Adam, they forgot about the little guy.
I know.
Well, you could get the landing
Get lifts
gear
on
now.
your shoes, Richie. Come on.
Yeah, they
You
Be
get
about
the
this
landing
size.
gear.
Yeah.
I'm so insulted.
Yeah, when I-
So where are you guys going to be next?
Well, we're done for the year, so our season doesn't start up again until Daytona Beach Spring Rally,
Okay.
which
cool.
is end of February now. So yeah, we got a couple months off.
We'll see
and I
you
got
there.
So much to do here that we got so many projects here at home. So
Yeah.
Where you gonna be? Where you gonna be in Daytona? You gonna go to Teddy's? Or you
At
gonna
the
be at the
Speedway.
track? At
At
Speedway.
the Speedway,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
we've been at
Okay.
the Speedway for 17 years. I don't plan on changing unless I don't have a choice.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you over there.
Yeah, we'll
see
be
you
there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
We were there.
awesome.
Yeah, we were there for Biketoberfest.
We try to go
too.
twice a year. Yeah.
And we've
Yeah.
seen you there. You were there. You were busy. And
Yeah,
we were
almost
like,
every
oh.
show this year we set records. We had a couple that really didn't do as well as we hoped, but the entire fall season, from basically Laconia on, we did better at every single show than we'd done the previous year.
Good for you.
A
Yeah.
lot of that I credit to the YouTube marketing and everything, because I know not
Yes.
every other vendor out there is doing as well, but we've built this following that like watching us travel around the country. They want to see everything that we're doing. I mean, even the homestead channel that I started with me, just out here doing tractor work on my little property here, and
Oh,
rebuilding.
that's
So
cool. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
growing because people have just got so into the
They're getting
they want to
engaged.
see what I'm doing regardless
Yeah.
of what it is.
It's
Even if
amazing,
not
right?
motorcycle
Yeah.
related, they want to see
Yeah.
it.
Right. Right.
I mean, I watched this guy on YouTube with his cows, man. He's got these two
Yeah.
cows that he messes with. They go after him in his cart and stuff. And I was, I don't know why. It's entertaining. you
Yeah,
know?
it really is.
Yeah, YouTube is the
Yeah.
new TV, you know.
Yeah.
There's nobody watching TV anymore. They're all watching YouTube.
It's too expensive to
Yep.
watch TV.
you
You
know?
kidding?
Yeah.
So, whatever you put out there, they're watching, and that's really good,
Yeah,
Especially
I
when
found-
when you promote value.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And here's the crazy thing is I don't even really promote our business on there that much. It's more about our lifestyle than it is the business.
right.
Yeah.
When I started the YouTube channel, it was mostly because I thought that what we did for a living would be interesting. I hate to say it, I'm not some like mad scientist genius in marketing. I didn't do it for the business. But it's obviously rewarded the business considerably, even though it wasn't my intention. My original plan was I wanted to get more vendors in on it. And the reality is when you get in a truck and you drive across the country and you get to set up and then do your thing for a couple of days and then tear it down and pack it all up and then drive it to another city and set it all up again. There's so many things that can and will go wrong in that setup. I mean, there's been times we've been broke down in truck stops for days at a time. It's just, everything from blown tires to blown engines. It's just like there's always something that can go wrong, and it usually does. And it's not just us. This happens to all of the vendors that travel the circuit. And so, for the average attendee at a motorcycle rally, they ride their bike out there or trailer their bike out there. They walk around, they have a good time. They don't really realize the behind the scenes, what it takes to make it all happen. And that's what we
Sure.
do, right?
Yeah.
And so my idea was to do like a 1 or 2 hour episode, maybe once every 2 weeks or once a month, but it was going to be multiple vendors. And, they would all record their stories. And then at some point, we all come together at the same show, right? And to me, it would be kind of like how the Moonshiners or the Ice Road Truckers, like the reality TV shows, but actually real, because most of that stuff isn't as real as we like to think it is, right?
Yes.
But I wanted to make it absolutely real. We didn't have to worry about, television sponsors or networks wanting that. Let's just do it our way. Let's show what we're really doing. And everybody thought it was a great idea. And I was going to do all the editing. I just all I need you to do is film and then send me the videos and then I'll put it together. Everybody thought it was a great idea. And as the years went by, nobody would go buy a camera. Nobody would start recording. Everyone goes, oh, yeah, I meant to, and I never did. So I finally just said, screw it. I'm doing it by myself, And at the time, I didn't know how to record very well. I didn't know how to use the camera function on my phone. I didn't know how to edit. I had to teach myself how to do it. And and now we're 5 years in. In fact, this weekend makes 5 years. It was Thanksgiving weekend 2020 when I actually launched the channel officially. And it's hard to believe how far we've grown and how many wonderful people we've met because of the channel.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing the way it's turned.
And that's why your business, as you said, in the last year or so has grown at these events because they recognize you from the channel, because everybody's on the channel. Every biker is. We know everybody's on it, but every biker is on the channel.
Yeah.
So they're all on channel. And once they know that someone like yourself is there, they want to come over. They want to meet you. They want to get their oil change with oils, with Amsoil. So, it's let me go see Adam. Adam's over there. Let me see what he's got. Oh, now he's got lights, because I see you had lights now. You have lights there. And
lights. No, we don't sell any lights.
You don't sell lights?
No.
Headlights?
No.
Oh, well, I thought it
Never
was.
have.
I thought. Okay.
Wrong company.
All right.
You got headlights on the mine. His headlight burnt out on the way up to the show this weekend.
I gave him my old one.
He gave me his old one.
There you go.
Because he put the new ones on.
No. Truth is that our business was growing before we started the channel. We were making good business decisions, and it was starting to turn into something. But I think the channel just accelerated that. I mean, I think we would have got here anyways, but I think we got here a lot faster. And what's kind of neat about it is people have the opportunity to come out and see us at the rally. There's so many YouTubers out there that you watch their videos and you can love their content, but you don't really get a chance to meet them. And every once in a while, they'll leave us set up a meet and greet where you get that 1 hour window where like everybody in the world wants to try to get up there and shake your hand or whatever. But it's that 1 hour, like Adam Sandoval, his channel's way bigger than mine, and he'll do meet and greets and do rides. Yeah. But you have to kind of be there to participate in that. With me, I don't have to set up a meet and greet because, everybody knows where I'm going to be at, because we're going to be running the booth. So
that's right.
Literally, sometimes we'll meet 100 people a day that come by and just want to shake my hand and say, hey, man, I really love what you're doing with the channel. Can I get a picture with you? Or, women coming up and giving me hugs and say, me and my husband watch you every day, and just like, it's kind of amazing. It actually makes us feel really good that people enjoy what we're doing, because I was worried about that when I started it. It was never about profit. It was always just about sharing the experience. I know. And I'm just really glad that people are enjoying it. And that's what makes it worth it to me.
Well, I could tell you, because I met you already, and I've met you more than once, but you're a very outspoken person. You're very welcoming, and you don't push anybody away. And if they're talking to you, you're not blowing them off. So, and not to promote everyone to come and see you, but go and see him.
Yeah.
He'll always say hello. He'll have an answer for you if you have a question. And if you want to purchase something, he's there for you too. But, you were always a gentleman to us. You know what I mean? You always did the right thing.
So, Adam, why don't you promote your YouTube channel and your stand where you're going to be at the racetrack?
Now.
Okay.
What's the name?
All right, so the name of the YouTube channel, the primary channel, is called Amsoil Adam. Pretty simple, just because it was the nickname I got traveling around the rallies anyways. If you actually want to get into the homestead stuff, it's called Halstead Homestead with Amsoil Adam. And believe it or not, I've got a trucking channel as well that's based all about big trucks, big custom semi-trucks, just because it's another one of my passions, something I love, trucking. Obviously, it's why I drive that big old truck around to the rally. So,
it's beautiful.
And what I found is so many of our customers, the bikers that we service their motorcycles, so many of them are truck drivers. It's what they do for a living. And then if I'm in a truck stop, I can meet a trucker, know nothing about him, and in a conversation find out, oh, well, I own a Harley too. It's like truckers and bikers, they go together, and so it just it just works. It's like truckers like bikes and bikers like trucks. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the tent that you're going to be at over there?
So our company name is actually called Extreme Bikes. And it's spelled with an X-TREME bikes.
Okay.
But yeah, I just tell people look for the Amsoil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the tent's got Amsoil all over it. So
yeah, like I said, we'll be at the Speedway. Usually we're right out front of the Advent Health Gate there, next to the Cracker Barrel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When you first come in.
Yeah. We were there before.
Okay. Yeah. That's where you always are. Isn't that a spot that you always held?
Yeah, for the most part, they've
Yeah.
shifted us a couple feet here or there, but yeah,
Yeah, it was always on
since
that aisle. Yeah.
yeah, since 2015 when they moved all the vendors over there. Because remember, back in the days, we were over in the grass at Turn 4 by Midway Boulevard.
Yeah, we're all the way down. That was
Yeah.
a hike.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
in 2015 they opened up that whole new venue there as they remodeled the speedway and made it the more stadium experience type thing. So yeah, we've been right there since then. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years already.
That was
I know.
crazy.
So do you
right?
guys
Yeah.
request where you want to be, or do they just place you where?
So technically they place us, but like when it comes to the speedway, we have been there for so long that they know that that's my spot. And what's really challenging for vendors is being moved, right? And and I hate to make it sound like people aren't smart, but if you move me 30 feet, I will lose business
Yeah.
because people won't be able to
Absolutely.
find me. And I know
Right.
it sounds crazy, but a perfect example is one year at the Panama City Rally, Thunder Beach. The lot that we're set up in, you get a picture. There's just a row of vendors. There was one in the corner, and then there was me, right? And the one in the corner was Monster Bright. They're an LED company. They do all the underlighting on the motorcycles, right?
Right.
And the two of us have been parked side by side at that rally for years and years and years. Well, so we always coordinate with each other. Like if I know he's running late or something, then I would just wait to park my spot that way he can get his trailer in, and then when he moves his truck out, then I would back my rig in and set up right. And this one time he was called me and said, "Look, I got way delayed. I'm not going to get there until tomorrow. So why don't we just switch spaces? You take my spot. That way, when I get there later, I'll take your spot. That way, you can just go ahead and start setting up and not have to wait for me." I'm like, "Okay, no problem." So we back in and we set up. The next day, his crew gets there. They set up and they closed up the curtains and they went out to dinner. And we were just getting ready to close up our curtains. We weren't actually open for business that day. We were just still a setup day. So a guy walks in, he's got a little remote control on his thing, and he starts basically complaining to me that his remote control doesn't work and all this other stuff. I'm like, I don't know how to help you with that. And he's like, "Well, I bought it from you." I'm like, "You didn't buy that from me. I've never sold anything that came with a remote control." And he's like, "Yeah, you sold it to me." I'm like, "No, sir, I didn't. I don't even know what that's to." He goes, "I bought it right here. It controls my LED lights." I'm like, "Oh, so you bought it from Monster Bright?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "See that tent right there? This is Monster Bright on it." He was literally standing 10 feet from it. I'm like, "That's who
Oh,
you bought it
wow.
from." But the guy was actually cursing at me because he thought I was lying to him, that I was trying not to stand behind it. But I'm like, look at all these Amsoil signs. I'm selling oil. That's your LED guy. But that's what we have to deal with. So if you move
Right.
us a little bit, it can actually screw up our business.
Right,
If you
because
move us on
people
the
know
other
where
side
you
of a,
are.
yeah, if you move us on the other side of a property, it can really hurt
forget
our
it.
business.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you,
So-
Wow.
same thing happened to me in Daytona because there was a LED guy there and I had him do one of my bikes, and in March, and he was always like right around where the bikes pull in. So I had happened to sell that bike. I said, "Let me go get another. I'll get him to do another bike." So I go there. He's there. He does my bike. Well, I had problems with the LEDs. The next year I went back because it's lifetime warranty. He's not there. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if he didn't show, if he moved or what, and I didn't stick around trying to find them because you know, the place in March is crazy. So
Yeah, it is.
but yeah, so I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he just got moved or he never came back. But
Yeah.
you know. So much for the
like I
lifetime
said,
warranty.
yeah. So like I said, for years we've been at this spot, and where we're actually at now is kind of like the end of that row. It's like, well, I should say the beginning of the row for when the motorcycles come in, and it's kind of the spot I've been working to. So as vendors have like pulled out or not come, we've kind of slowly just moved our way down to that spot. And I want to say it was like 2019 or 2020 when I finally got that one spot. There's a guy there named Fred who ran the whole thing. He was the one who decided, he marked out who went where, right? And he goes, "Hey man, I know you wanted this spot for a long time." He goes, "So it's yours now." I mean, Dunlop used to be there, then they went to Destination Daytona instead. So I finally got that spot. And so yeah, I went and peed on it. And I told him, I said, "Look, I peed on it. This is mine now. You can't ever take it away." And what sucks is the people who run the event have changed out a number of times. So now there's this lady, Lindsay, and I forget her assistant's name, saved my life right now, but they're great people. They really are. So when I first met them, they had talked about changing the layout. I was, no, you can't change the layout. I have to stay here. I was like, when Rick gave me the spot, he told me this was my spot. I peed on it. It's mine. You can't move me. And they just started laughing, but I kept my spot,
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
you
kidding.
can't. And is that how it is on all the events? Because you go to at least a dozen through your season.
Yeah.
Is that the same for all the places?
For the most
they
point,
don't
yeah, we're in the
absolutely.
same place everywhere we go.
Oh,
There
that's
are
good.
times there's slight adjustments, like say, because remember everybody gets a certain size space. Now, say the person in front of me decided to move or went out of business and they're not there, and they were a 50-foot long space. So next year they put somebody in there that's only 40-foot long. So yeah, I might shift up a little bit, but we're generally in the same place.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give or take a foot, couple of
Yeah.
feet on each end.
Most times.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So now we'll know where to find you when we go.
Yeah.
And anybody else that's out there that wants to go and see Adam, just follow your nose. You'll smell that oil, and he'll be right there
At the racetrack.
at the
big
racetrack.
Amsoil tent, I assume you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's half the
it's weird. It's hard
trailer.
to call it a tent, but yeah. It's
half the
semi-truck
trailer.
trailer.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a compound now.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful. What do you have? What cab is that?
So
is that a
the
Peterbilt?
No, the truck itself is a 1987 GMC General.
Wow.
Which is the very last year the GMC made a semi-truck. They never made them after that. It's got a Detroit 60 series engine in it, and then the whole motorhome part of it was all custom built. Believe it or not, the truck started life as a dump truck.
Wow.
And, so it looks like from 1987 to about 1991, it was in service as a gravel hauling dump truck. And then they took it out of service and started the RV build on it. And it took them till 1998 to finish it.
Wow.
And then I lose a couple records there for a little bit. And then it looks like it got sold to somebody in the US in like 2003. And then I got records in 2007. It got registered in Montana. And then that's actually the people that I bought it from back in 2018.
Oh, so you've had this since 2018. What's the miles on that motor?
It's in kilometers, but right now it's only like 280,000 kilometers. So it's really not that many miles. Yeah.
Why? Oh, this was from Europe?
Canada.
Oh, yeah. Canada.
It was Canadian,
Oh, so the miles aren't as accurate. So there's less miles on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was kind of funny. I remember when I bought it, the guy told me, he goes, "It's only got 150,000 miles on it." And I'm like, "Well, that's nothing for a big commercial engine. They're designed to go a million miles."
That's what I said. Yeah.
And so the mileage didn't scare me at all. But then when I got it home and I started working on it, I realized, wait a minute, this isn't kilometers. And I did the math. It only had 95,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Because remember, it's a dump truck. It's short haul. They don't get a lot of miles. It was only in service a couple of years. So that makes sense.
That's brand new. I was expecting you to tell me 320, 350 on it and still running, because I know they'll still run. They'll still run at that miles.
Oh yeah,
because it's all open. Those haulers, they're all like what you do. It's all open road. Yeah. It's no stop and go unless you get into the town where you're going to be parking. But other than that, you're on the road. You're just 18th gear and you're just flying.
Yeah, but it's really nice to have your whole house and everything with you when you go. I don't have to worry about booking hotels during events where they're going to rate me on prices anyways.
Do you go with your wife?
Yeah. My wife, she runs the company with me.
Okay. I've never met your wife. I never seen her there. I never met.
She's always
She's in
there.
the back. Oh, I'm sure she is. She's probably in behind the scenes.
Yeah, she's usually the one running the register and writing up people for the services and everything like that. So
yes, that's great. That's great. That's nice to have your family with you too.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Yeah, it's a vacation.
Not really. It's a lot of work.
No,
don't get me wrong. We get our time in between, which we really enjoy. Like when we go out to Sturgis, we go early because we do that rally in Deadwood.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-wheeler rally. We don't do a lot of business there, but when it's done, I've got 2 weeks to 2.5 weeks before Sturgis starts, and I'm out there in Rapid City.
You're having fun. Yeah. I've been through Sturgis.
Go ride the Yellowstone and Red Lodge, Montana. We spend that 2 weeks just kind of having some fun.
And you're able to walk to Mount Rushmore without being with the crowds because you're there before everyone. When I was there, I went with my wife because at that time we were cross-country and we were doing every state in the United States. We did like 10,000 miles in 6 weeks. So when we went to Sturgis, we were in Sturgis. We were there 2 weeks after the actual event. But you wouldn't think that because when we got there were tens of thousands of bikes still all over the place.
Yeah.
So when we went down that Main Street, I had asked one of the not vendors, like the bar there. Remember the bar where you stamp your dollar on the wall and stuff?
Oh yeah, the dungeon.
I put my dollar up there and I signed it. And I asked them over there, I says, I know it's been gone for 2 weeks, but where are all these people? He says, are you kidding me? He says, they come a month before and they stay a month after. This is a vacation for them because there's so much to see around Sturgis and around the whole day, Dakotas. So they're there at least. Some are there for 2 months, some are there for a month, afterwards. And he says, and that's what you're at. You're seeing all that. So for me, I felt like I was in Sturgis because I got to see everything, but I didn't have to deal with all the crowds, just a couple of 10,000 bikes, instead of a couple of 100,000 bikes.
Yeah,
but
it's nice. We love
true.
it out there.
It's true. It was beautiful. It was really nice. Yeah. So.
Well, Adam, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Adam.
Just when you sign off, stay on the app because your part's got to upload on the computer here.
Okay.
For a few minutes. And we'll see you at Sturgis. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, enjoy.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
We'll see you at Daytona.
All right. Thank you very much, Adam.
I look forward to your fans, man.
We'll come and see you when we're in Daytona.
I said Sturgis.
And when will this actually air so that I know when to go watch it?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
No, it actually airs right away because we're live.
Yeah, it's going
okay.
right
I didn't
on.
know you were live. Okay.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
my mistakes, we can't fix them.
Yeah,
we
can't
I
fix
make
that.
the corrections.
There'll be no editing.
Correction. I slap myself on the head and it makes the corrections.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're on all the tomorrow we upload to all the podcast platforms. So
yeah,
they will hear
we're
us.
on them all. So you can hear us all over the place. You can hear us as a podcast with no filming, or you can hear us as a podcast with filming. So we're on Spotify and all the other ones too.
Interesting.
Yeah. So just keep that app open for a little while when you sign off. And we'll see you at Daytona.
All right, man. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for having
me. Thanks for coming on.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
Same to you, brother.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. God bless you.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, he's great. Good guy.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Good guy.
So, all right. Well,
there you go. That was a quick
it.
hour.
This was the Thanksgiving Eve edition of Crazy Rides Channel.
There you go, man.
I want to thank everyone that watched and
that will watch
and actually loving the 5 besties. Yes, I love you too. Another one, Eric. Tell him how you sit.
How he set his truck on fire.
Oh yeah, you forgot to tell him that.
Yeah, next time.
And Crazy Rides Inc. LOL, and that's it. I think that was you answering, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to thank everybody out there. Please leave a comment. Do see all the bikers that are out there that watch this, that go to Daytona or any other events that Adam's at. Go see him. He's a nice guy and uses products. And
we'll see you next week.
See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Later.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, enjoy your turkey.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble, 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 gobble.